These retirees are going bankrupt. Oosh, not good, not good for everybody. Oh my goodness. So we're going to look at the data from the Census Bureau, National Experimental Well-Being Statistics. Again, as I talked about earlier today, this is the third release of the news project covering 2016 to 2021. This is from the Census Bureau, by the way, Census Bureau. This project aims to produce the best possible estimates of income and poverty given all available survey, decennial census, administrative, and third-party data. We estimate improved income and poverty statistics by addressing bias from unit non-response, missing information, and measurement errors. So we're going to look at this one right here. Poverty, official poverty measure. All right, and we're going to come down here. We got this spreadsheet. And we're going to show you what we did. We just took the master. Did you say master? Oh, no. That makes me think of racism and slavery. You said master. You can't use the term master, Josh. Actually, just listen to this guy on a YouTube here. I don't know. Who's the comedian who did this? It's so funny. He said, they can't. Let's see if I can't find this guy. I'm not going to find him. Hold on a second. This guy right here. Nope, right there. Who is this? Hold on a second. It's Tom Cotter. He says, America has lost his mind. Apparently, Baby It's Cold Outside got canceled. And the same time that got canceled, because it's apparently sexual aggressive or something like that, that same time, for 2 months, some idiotic song called Wet Aid P. He compared the lyrics between the two. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, I submit America has lost his mind. Can you imagine? I'd like to know who those people were back then who were saying we should cancel these things. They need to be put in some kind of just group home or something like that. Anyway, so we're just taking this as a master. We're putting age 65, over 65 years old. You can see the poverty rate for over 65 years old is 6.47%. 6.47%. That means the non-poverty rate is 93.3%, if my numbers are right. 93.53%. What I say, 6.47, 93.53%. 93 of every 100 people over 65 is not in poverty. Now, that doesn't mean they're living large, but they're not going bankrupt. They're not. In fact, again, as we see net worth is going up. If the net worth was if it's going up and people run out of money, the net worth would be going south because we'd be selling assets, taking on debt, and the net worth is going up. It just is so embarrassing to have to deal with this. Now, we'll see if we look at the survey, so we see for whites, only 10% of us are in poverty. All right? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 10% of us are in poverty for whites. I got something in my eye. And then we'll see for blacks. Blacks are only 20% of blacks are in poverty. So double the amount of blacks and whites are in poverty. All right. Then we'll see for Asians, 9.2% of Asians are in poverty. We'll see for Hispanics, 17% of Hispanics are in poverty. You can see for males right here, 10% of males are in poverty. And females, come on, right here, females, 12% of females are in poverty. All right, very interesting there. So significantly less poverty in the United States. That's not just for 65, that's everybody. But you're going to see something very interesting to me. Check this out. We're going to come down to here. We're going to go to disabled with a disability. Right there. 25% of people with disabilities are in poverty. All right, that's pretty interesting. 25% of people with disabilities are in poverty. All right, now let's go to non-disabled. You can see where I'm going here, right here. With no disability. 9% of people without disability in poverty. Interesting. So now we're going to go over here, and we're going to say no high school diploma. 27% of people with no high school diplomas are in poverty. And then we're going to go over here, bachelor's degree or higher, and only 4% of people with bachelor's degree with higher are in poverty. So basically, if you're not disabled, if you have a bachelor's degree or higher, the likelihood of you being in poverty is so minute that for you to sit there and think, oh my goodness, I can go bankrupt in retirement, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Could you become disabled to become in poverty? Sure. The likelihood of that happening is so remote, it's not even worth thinking about. Now, even with that, the people disabled right here with disability, 75% aren't in poverty. I just thought I'd share that with you. And they got lots of stuff in there, which I only began to scratch the surface of. Disposable income, disposable non-cash benefits. All right, so non-cash would be Section 8, EBT and all that stuff right there. Interesting. So lots of good stuff in here that I'm very much looking forward to diving in, because this is the official data from the Census Bureau. I mean, you can argue with it, that's fine, but you'd be wrong. It'd be silly to argue it. Because like, okay, well, I mean, unless you have evidence that they're surveying people incorrectly, let's see what you got. Well, you don't have evidence. It's silly. All right, God bless. We'll see you.